Yes. Gosh, it's my plum pleasing pleasure. Some things come across me. What a beautiful life. Yes, it is. Chuck. Hey, Chuck. Wait a minute. Hold it. Wait. Stop. Okay. You know what? Sometimes the artists get so excited and yes, they're in queue, but I didn't cue them. Anyway, good morning. Welcome to the Spirit of Jazz. I'm Lona Alias, as promised. At the beginning of the show at about 7:45, I said we'd be joined by Tueri Chica, who is our mystical astrologer, who's here to give us the energetic forecast of what's coming up in the next moon cycle. Now, the reason I present this is because, anyway, I'm not going to get into it. Listen, see if something resonates with you, and either it will or it won't. I hope that it does. I share it because it's something that I found useful in my life, to be mindful of how energy develops, because everything that exists is energy, and energy, whatever is created, never ceases to be. It can transform. Energy never ceases to be. That's what I should say, not the things, because things transpire, come and go. But energy never ceases to be. And so just think about that. Think about the thoughts that you have. I'm getting too deep, right? I suck. Think about that, though. I need to tell you. Think about the negative thoughts that you have. And just think, not only do thoughts go out and create after their own kind, additionally, that once a thought, the energy never dies. Energy exists forever. So if you're putting negative thoughts out into the universe, if you're accepting negative thoughts, if you spend time going over and over and over the negative things that are happening in your life, that's energy that you're putting out into the universe, and it has no choice but to manifest. In the beginning was what? They said the word. All of them agree about that. All of the quote-unquote organized, and I put religion in quotes because the way that we use it is a misnomer. If you know about grammar, the I-O-N on the end means to take action, right? So relig, you look it up, all right? Data, I'm stopping. Tueri, hopefully.
Yes, ma'am.
Wonderful and well with you. Yeah, you inspired that, by the way. So opening your mic this morning and affirming that everything is wonderful with you. Good morning.
Peace, peace, peace.
Example of Mercury being retrograde this morning. Tueri, try it again. Good morning. Hold up. Hit you. Good morning.
Peace, 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 peace.
There you are. Perfectly. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. I'm so grateful for you. Tell me, I'm going to turn because I do have you on the camera. I don't know if you can see me, but what's happening energetically this coming cycle?
Excellent. Yes, weather reports coming at you as you spoke early, energy. Today is the 31st, and the moon is in a trine to Uranus. The sun is opposite Uranus and square in Saturn. Mercury is square in Pluto and trine in Jupiter. Breaking it down, I call this scrutinization and penetration time. Why? Because the way the energies are moving now, there is a hyper scrutinizing energy going around. And of course, everything on the Earth planet is polarities. There's from the negative to the positive. So the negative of fault finding, judgmental, harsh criticism. The positive side is, penetrating into one's deeper self. This is a time of humility and self-governance. And really it's starting off the moving right as we were talking to the new moon. Now, Mars just entered into Scorpio, its own sign, and will be there till December the 12th, meaning that the Scorpio character in all of us will be more intense than usual.
Heaven help us all. Heaven help us all. I'm just saying. Go ahead.
And the 1st of December is a day when the moon comes into opposition with Neptune. I call this intensification and transformation. It reminds me of the song Straighten Up and Fly Right, ? cool down, daddy, don't you blow your top. I mean, it's building up this energy. And for all purposes, to bring to the surface the blockages, what needs to be released, what we're in denial of, what we're not seeing in ourselves that's creating our own suffering. So things will get intense. It can be a very positive intensity of purification, detoxing. Yes, ma'am.
I just wanted to say, that's some serious stuff, because Neptune, like you said, both of them, their energies are so similar. We're talking about water, and water always symbolizes your emotions. And some of the emotions are right on the surface where you can see. As you said, Tueri, you're talking about Moon and Neptune opposing each other. That's some really interesting stuff that's going to be coming up, because you're talking about water. And when water goes opposite self, we're talking about the stuff that's like deep hidden. And maybe some of you who had, is this right? I don't want to put it in the, depending on the house that it's in, it may make a difference, but I'm thinking childhood stuff. I'm talking about wounds from the childhood that have been buried and pushed out of sight for so long that these type of things and these type of memories will float to the surface. Am I reading that correct in this Moon opposing Neptune?
10-4, correct. Moon, mother, domestic, childhood, first emotional impressions. Therefore, the pain body, see, where we've been hurt over and over again, where we're protecting, where we're have sores, emotional and psychological, and what needs to be healed. So we move into the 11th, 11-2, the second. I said it's November. Forgive me. Responsibility, or you're killing me. It's like it's a time for secrets to be divulged and healing relations. Scorpio is a very deep relation energy. As we move out of the Libra into the Scorpio, now we're talking about merging and beneath the surfaces, trying to become one beyond the body. That's the intention of Scorpio, to be energy transcending the body. So it's time for, people being responsible, or you're going to feel like you're killing me, because it's going to be these forces pushing and divulging, and it's going to be something that you want to take care of, or ouch. The third, yes, ma'am.
Oh, I'm just thinking that also in terms of that the things that, Jesus, I'm sorry, I didn't write my note down, but it just that fast. You were talking about in terms of pushing things away from you, right?
Yes.
Say that again for me, because maybe it'll make my memory. I apologize. It was really important. That's why I held up my hand to be recognized. Just repeat that, what you said.
Life, unavoidable pop-ups will cause you to face what you're in denial of and what you've been avoiding. We're praying for one thing, but we're not getting what we're praying for because we keep creating the blockages.
I got it.
Yes.
That's also a Scorpio. This time of year, I don't know if you noticed it, and I'm talking about you, the listener, as opposed to you, Tueri Chica, because he knows this. I don't know if you ever noticed this, that a lot of people start to die around this time of the year. One of the things in terms of, I'm not sure with the right deck of the tarot, one of the interpretations is that this is the blasted tower, and it's a major arcana, or arcane. It's a major card that applies to universal principles. And it talks about the blasted tower, where we have built up a foundation, or we built the house on sand, is the best way to describe it. And it's gone really, really, really tall. And what is outside is not supported by what's underneath. And when the seasons and the energy changes, that which is not built on truth will die. And that's what Scorpio represents this time of year. And so we can look for those type of things to start happening in this next month. Now, in my head and my soul, my body just reacted to what I said as though that this is something negative. But the truth is that which does not serve us needs to die. And that's what Scorpio is about. That which is not true, and that which will not stand the light of day, coming out and being able to see all the lies.
And the yin and the yang is always existing on this plane. So where there is death, there is rebirth. And yes, the summer is bringing forward the full expression of the external world. And then we have harvest time. And so Scorpio season comes into now a going in, a death, a introversion of yin. And many people in Western society are avoiding that inner foundation, building a strong inner being. So the 11th, 11-3, peace before the storm. There will be a lot of sensitivity in communication. There'll be peace. There'll be a cycle of harmony and relationships for a minute. But it's like the peace before the storm, because November the 4th is the new moon, 5:10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And that new moon is a super duper one. Why? It's because of the relationships to other planets. For example, this new moon on the 4th will be the sun opposite Uranus, and Uranus and the sun squaring Saturn. And of course the moon is conjunct the sun. It's the new beginning for the cycle. So what we're beginning at this time, new moon, pain, passion, and power surges. What's beginning at this time, it's where you are on your evolutionary path. It can be passion to fulfill your highest good, your soul fulfillment. You will feel this power. It will surge, or it can be pain from karma returning. This is a powerful new moon coming up on the 4th. And the 5th, when the moon squares Jupiter and trines Neptune, motivation, exaggeration, or elation. Yeah, you will feel the motivation, but when you take motivation and an ego dancing together, you got exaggeration, lies, deception increases. But on the inner
hyperbole,
say that. But the positive with that, elation, blissness from this high level of vibrations. The 5th, war of words, vindictiveness, hurts and crashes, cold hard spew. I mean, I got to tell you straight. I mean, this is the energy, and how do you avoid it? Perfect love casts out fear. Oh, and the 7th, visions of love transform fear. Yes, karma returns. See, it's the vision of love that is appearing for all bright souls of positive high intentions on the spiritual journey to give you insight, to transform. You are here to be a part of the solution and not aggravating the pollution. The energetic weather report is real. The 1st of November is man-made beginning for making money and manipulation. But the beginning of the cycle in the natural nature of God's creation is this new moon on the 4th. This will be an intense month. So stay on your conscious toes, rage driving, people at work surprising you. And one last thing, Lona, do not expect so much from people to be loved and do the right thing, or you'll be creating your own suffering. People will be doing the wrong thing. They are going to be under pressure. What you have to do is be ready to transmute, transform the energy. Yes, manure has value to it. It grows food. Use that manure. Turn the lemons into lemonade. I'm Tuere Chica. This is your energetic weather report.
Tuere, I'm also thinking that because of the energy, that we need to be mindful that what is coming to us really is what we've put out. And the way through it is not to resist it, but to surrender to what's coming up and to know. And this is really difficult to do But if we can remember that what is happening, and I think Dr. Beckwith says that is not happening to us, but it's happening for us. And if we can just check our egos, and our feelings a little bit, then that will open up the way for us to be able, for the things that are happening, that are coming up to heal us, to find a place to rest without resistance.
Oh, yes. And I hold in my heart the higher meaning of the Christian statement. All things work together for the good of those that love the Lord and are called according to his purpose. If you know you love and you know you're on purpose, everything, even the manure, everything is working toward your good, so you can rejoice and be a vehicle of transformation, upliftment, healing, and brightening everyone in your environment, because heaven knows we're going to need some brightening during this month, Lona.
Thank you so much, Tuari. I love you, truly. And thanks so much for joining us this morning. Talk to you again.
InsightLight.net for contacting me.
That's InsightLight.net to get in touch with Tuari Chica. Once again, that's InsightLight.net if you want to get in touch with him for more information about this energetic forecast, which you are posting online on YouTube, or is it Facebook?